really spit that real. I'm about to check it out. Assassin, look. When I want competition, I just look in the mirror. With every word that I'm spitting, then the vision is clearer. Nobody touching what I'm clutching, plus I'm busting it first. Yes, the chest will be a mess by the end of the verse. Your body stretched out like a book on the pavement. People pass by as they look in amazement. Your body leaking your genetics, got you looking so pathetic. No need to call the paramedics, it's too late for anesthetics. Me and my microphone. 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 Coming out the dirty south, show everybody I'm the cleanest. Run your mouth, I send your body to the cleaners. Love my mic, so can't nobody come between us. Won't be nice for anybody wanna see us. Back up a little, just a couple of feet. You don't listen, you'll be missing just a couple of teeth. Hard to buy the rhyme, with no teeth in your mouth. Stepping out of line, then we sweeping them out. Me and my microphone. 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 My mic got jealous when I was talking to my girlfriend. So you know, it's like I'm caught up in a world when I'm not about the drama. I don't need that. Started yelling and all I heard was feedback. Said I need to choose, but do it quickly. Use a tool, you fool if you don't pick me. Since she made me choose, you know I left her. I picked my microphone up off the dresser. Me and my microphone. 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 Me and my mic been tight since 9-5. She don't wanna go out, she stay at home and vibe. Ain't nothing without her, I doubt she'll understand. Gets upset so I can't make no plans. Wants me to herself, she is so obsessed. When I go to sleep, I can't like get no rest. Calling off my phone when I'm gone too long. Says to her, be home, she wants to make a song. Me and my microphone. 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 This microphone. Can't wait to get you in my arms and my palms. And when we home alone, it is gonna be on. You make the words to my song sound strong. When I'm with you, baby, I can do no wrong. Can't wait to get you in my arms and my palms. And when we home alone, it is gonna be on. You make the words to my song sound strong. When I'm with you, baby, I can do no wrong. You know I had to do it. I had to take it back. Dedicate this to everybody out there that's doing music. Whether you're getting paid for it or not, it don't even matter. As long as you love it, I know it's gonna love you back. Put your microphones up. Much love to all the rappers that paved the way for people like me. All the producers. Rest in peace to everybody that's dead and gone. That's faster. Keep rapping till I'm dead and get paid for it. Bury me with my microphone. Real. That's fast, huh? Yeah, I love you too. Zipping them out like a bag.
Straight Talk Society. This is your host, Trevor, and I'm back with another episode of Straight Talk with Trevor.
Because the ladies from Pour Your Heart Out
no topic
will be over
is
here
off
to
limits.
join the panel.
Plus, but it's a must, you gon' respect this. Plus, your nuts will touch the dust, you try to check this. You ain't
The
insane,
MMA brothers, Bones and Zay, have pre and post shows to the MMA shows. And I am your host, Mr. Straight Talk, the man with the greatest beard on YouTube.
I'm gonna tell you something. Facial hair is not apostolic. However you want to cut it, it's compromise. I don't care if your leader says you can wear a beard, honey. Beard's nothing more than pride. You're not going to be dipped in Holy Ghost oil and run around looking like the world.
Oh, I love throwing that in there. Real quick, I am back on Facebook. I guess they took me out of jail. I was able to connect the channel back. Those of you on Facebook, make sure and hit that like, share, and subscribe button.
And also on Mondays, 6 o'clock, tune in to the same channel for Man Talk Monday. Trust me, you ain't got nothing better to do. Even if you think you do and you tune into that show, you're going to realize, oh, man,
okay,
I've been missing this.
Yeah. Because this is why you need me.
Once you listen to that, drop a like. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel because you're hard-headed, go ahead and subscribe to it
They
now.
are goofy.
And when you listen to that, if you haven't subscribed, you're going to want to subscribe. And then you're going to want to go back through the archives. And you're going to want to catch up on all your Man Talk Mondays. And then you might be able to find a few Bible debates in there.
That's what I'm going to say. Tape His Politics is on Tuesday.
Vancat, Mike, MD, and Ricardo do such a fantastic job with that. That's every Tuesday at 6 o'clock.
My position is impregnable. You can't do it.
If that doesn't fancy your boat,
Wrestling with Reality on Wednesday.
Oh yeah, acknowledge.
we have the return of Straight Talk Therapy sessions with the one and only Dr. Mia. So y'all be sure and tune into that.
And then you got the Bible debates on Thursdays.
So yeah, man, lock in with the Straight Talk Society, man, because you won't regret it, and we appreciate it. Also, Milk coming out too. Look out for the merch. And if y'all can be so kind as to subscribe to the channel, it's only $1.99 a month. With all this premium content that we pushing out, it's definitely worth it. It just helps provide the channel with a resource to give y'all even better content, as if it can get better, right? But just go ahead and show us some love. We would be greatly appreciative.
The Straight Talk Society. We will not go over that 2.5 hour mark. So, Mike, you ain't got no shirt on, right?
I never have clothes on, bro.
But I'm saying you like right on the like crazy.
My bad. I don't like clothes, bro. Anybody that knows me, my fault.
Oh, what is up, Straight Talk Society? This is your host, Trevor, and we're back with another episode of Man Talk Monday, which, I mean, let's call it what it is. It is the best show on Mondays on YouTube. I'm just going to stop being humble about it. It is what it is. Nobody's doing what we do. I mean, and that's just the bottom line. Nobody does what we do on Tuesdays, and nobody does what we do on Wednesdays. So it is what it is. Shout out to those of you already in the chat right now. I see Michelle. Michelle's over here early. Zay is here early, man. Well, that's what's up, man. Ricardo always in the building, and the best moderator in the business, Keela. So let me start off with Keela as I am getting ready to do this show. So Straight Talk Society, we are, I guess we're under attack. I guess. I mean, I don't know. Shout out to the political prophet amongst men, MD. If y'all haven't, please subscribe to his channel. He did a kind of like a little pop-up show last night where he was reviewing some hats that he bought. And I'm not even gonna lie to you, no cap. because I'm honest. That's what I do. MD did a video. He was showing these hats and he showed his first hat. I'm like, damn, that's a dope hat. And then as he's talking, then he brought out the creme de la creme, which as he was talking about it, I start feeling the goosebumps on my arms, like The Rock. Just I feel the goosebumps on my massive forearms. And so I knew where it was going. Like I knew where it was going. I felt it. Like I just felt it in my soul, in my dirty black soul. And man, when MD said that he has a Tape Fist Politics hat, and when he pulled it out, man, like the feeling that I felt, because I was like, damn, bro, like it's coming to fruition. Like the vision is coming. Like the vision is coming clear, man. That somebody who is MD is straight talk society. I mean, it is what it is. But somebody that's doing his own thing would go out on his own and make up a Tape Fist Politics hat, which was just dope. And it just made me feel bad at the same time, because I too have been waiting to get my my Straight Talk Society hat. Like you see the Straight Talk Society shirt that I have on, and we have the hoodies. We just trying to get some things figured out with the shipping. That's why we have it. That's why they aren't on sale yet. But don't worry, they are coming. They are coming. So, but man, MD showed that hat and wore that damn hat so proud, and it just made me feel so proud, because I'm like, damn, it's happening. Like it's happening, you know. And that was something he went out and did on his own. But the fact, the detail and everything like that, y'all go check him out, man, on this show he did. I was seeing like he did the show at midnight or late last night. But just to see that TFP logo, it was awesome. Like it literally was awesome. And it just made me be like, damn, bro, like, you know, we getting there. You know what I mean? So that's why we keep doing what we're doing. As you heard the song that was played on the intro from the Silent Assassin, the legendary Silent Assassin, the younger brother of producer extraordinaire Venkat, me and my microphone, and I am the man with the microphone. That is what I say. And he said, you never put that microphone down, no matter what. And I will not put this golden microphone down, because these airways need it. These airways need a channel like this that isn't all about the foolishness and drama. So let's clear a little drama up. Me, my wife, and Keela are under attack just from different areas. Can't really even point the blame to one person, because I just feel like it's a bunch of different parties trying to throw me off my square. But it's not going to work. And there's word going around that we, namely me, is a scammer. I mean, I don't understand how it could be a scammer, but it is what it is. That's what they're trying to, that's the new jacket that they're trying to put on me. But nevertheless, we're because this is how I handle things. I'm not even gonna, that's the most you're gonna get from me about it, is what I just said, that there's word going around. So all my hitters in the chat, if anybody says one thing disparaging about me, you know what to do. And that's that. Now, me, my wife, and Keela and her husband are going to meet up for a double date. And then we're going to discuss the options as to how we want to proceed. If they want to release the Kraken and release me from the cage and have me just go ballistic like I'm known to do, or we just let it ride. So that choice will be up to Keela. But that's as much as I'm going to talk about it. I'm not sure if Wayne's going to be here tonight, but I do see Kev in the building. I do see Big Mike Ben in the building. And I do want to say this one last thing. I know they'll come on and say it also, but happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, man. I know it's a hard thing. Sometimes you're by yourself, a lot of that by your own doing, but happy. Hey, man, I'm back, man. It's been 2 weeks, man. It's been 2 weeks, but happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. And I do want you guys to notice one thing. During Mother's Day, you didn't hear not one single father yesterday get on and say, hey, but I've been doing it on my own. So when Father's Day comes next month, we don't want to hear it. And with that, we'll be back on the other side with what you guys came to see. Man Talk Monday, exclusively on the Straight Talk Society.
Acknowledge me. Come take a walk through my heart, a stroll through my soul. Been smart from the start, wasn't taught, wasn't told. You could climb through my mind, or fly through my eye. And in time you will find what I rhyme is not a lie. Come take a walk through my heart, a stroll through my soul. Been smart from the start, wasn't taught, wasn't told. You could climb through my mind, or fly through my eye. And in time you will find what I rhyme is not a lie. See you dealing with a vicious mind, heart cold like Christmas time. Every time I write a rhyme, put it all on the line. No need to hold my tongue, hold the mic like you hold a gun. Haters, I'm the chosen one, fakers, I don't roll with none. Don't you ever test my heart, been a rebel from the start. Ain't got time to play no games, I'm too busy playing my part. Keep my mind on my mission, living by my premonition. Through the world with blurry vision, stressing in high definition. Walking the path unknown to most, the ones that I love, I hold them close. Every rhyme I wrote was dope, no jokes, so folks can overdose. Lyrically, I'm legendary. Yes, I'm very necessary. Fast to see my adversary buried in the cemetery. Man Talk Monday. Yeah. Straight Talk Sessions live. You can acknowledge me. It's Monday. It's Man Talk Monday. Bad times don't last, but bad guys do.
But we have a responsibility and a duty to be fathers. Not to just make babies, but to be real fathers. And you can't expect any good to come to you if you don't visit any good on your son or your daughter. So, be a man.
And we are back. I haven't heard from Wayne, so I don't know where he is. But yeah, I just looked up. I just wanted a formal definition of a scam. It says a dishonest act, like namely like insurance fraud and things like that. So I'd like for somebody to show me where I did something that was dishonest. It's just people that just like to run their damn mouths. Hey man, I've been keeping it very, very PG around here as far as my verbiage and things that I want to say. I'm just not going to say it though, because then they would have got me out of my character, and we've been that way. So we're going to keep rocking out the show the way we've been doing it. And to the haters, you're going to keep listening. I mean, that's the unfortunate problem. You're going to keep listening. So it is what it is. But I'm not here alone. I am joined by the handsome devil. That's what we're going to start calling him, the handsome devil. Young Kev in the building. What's going on, Kev?
Yo, Sakbase. What's up, boys? What's up, chat? And hopefully a special girl in my heart is gonna be here.
As I didn't even have to say no Diddy or pause or anything like that, because we're secure over here. And I just heard a wow, so go ahead and let me have it, Mike. What's up?
You know that dude ain't handsome. I don't know why y'all front. Now, why you think?
Oh man, I can't. Mike, don't even waste your breath. I can't. You sound like you're in a wind tunnel.
For real, you can't hear me?
Yeah, no, we can hear you, but you sound like you're in a wind tunnel.
Sound like a hater.
Nah, yo, I was cleaning my room and I found what you call it? Hold on.
Yeah, you might as well throw that in the garbage.
Is that better?
Yeah.
I like the background though.
Yeah, I like
Good idea.
the background is dope, and then the blur and the like the kind of blurred out effect. But yeah, it's not your voice coming through. It sounds like it sounds like you're in a tunnel somewhere.
I dug this up and I was cleaning my room and I found a webcam out of nowhere and I was like, ooh, I got a webcam. Who knew? All right, well I'll switch it out.
Fix that. Yeah, you don't sound like Mike. MD already starting with the bullshit. Young Master Kev. Hey man, y'all make sure listen before we get started because we got a packed show tonight. And I assure you guys to be out of here before 8 because I got something to do. And my daughter came to me and said, "Daddy, how come we don't do any shows together anymore?" So I now got to make time for that. So listen, if y'all didn't check out last week's episode of Tape Fist Politics, first of all, why the hell aren't you? That's first and foremost. But secondly, man, what a fantastic episode. Van Cat put together a trilogy, human trash bags, basically, where last week was the men. Tomorrow's going to be women. And then the following week is going to be kids, just various stories. And boy, when you talk about it got contentious, yeah, Mike, it's sounding bad. Just mute it. Oh, you are muted. I don't know why it sounded like that. It got really contentious. It got real contentious last week in a show that wasn't supposed to be contentious, but it is what it is. That's how it goes sometimes. So y'all make sure and check out. Look at that, Keela. Boy, I'm telling you, Keela be right on it, boy. Y'all check out that episode of Tape Fist Politics. And just like MD said in his little short video this morning, MD said there is nothing better from I wouldn't even say amateur, but if you just look at what they do and put it on the scale of what other people call themselves doing, that's on the same level without the high production and all that, political pundits and all that, it's nothing better, nothing, and it is what it is. So y'all make sure and check it out. Your political talk, man. They goes in over there. MD. Okay, so now Mike coming in and do another one. All right, he coming through his regular way now. MD also has his other show, like my favorite show, God and Government, with my favorite YouTuber Apex. And Jeremy Dunbar has joined the team also. So y'all make sure and check that one out. Hey, if you want to see a show where a man trying to be call it down the middle, and then you want to see two guys that's only giving it to you one way and not able to sway to the right or the left, then that's the show you want to check, boy, because they read more scripture on that show than they do on the debates on Thursdays. Let's just put it that way. So y'all check that out, man. That's another fantastic show. Hey, we got a bunch of different things going on over here, but go ahead, Mike. I see you back on your regular line.
That was hilarious.
No, I'm gonna take this guy out.
Yeah, throw my other dude out.
All right.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Just so everyone knows, when he was saying handsome devil, he really meant me, but he didn't want to hurt Kev's feelings. That's why Kev's camera don't work, because he don't look like me. I'm awesome. Let me put my do not disturb on so nobody calls. And hopefully I'm ready with another. I'll leave it in case you can't do it. But we'll kick off. Let's kick it off. Let's get it going, fellas. Chat,
we'll see how the wind blows. But so this is what we're gonna do. I got 2 spotlight pieces. I just want to run through these. Your quick thoughts. God, I wish Wayne was here, man. What's the name of last night's show? I forget the name of it, Michelle, but Keela put the link in the chat. But we're gonna do a 2 spotlight stories. We're gonna get to a big trending topic that's going on, and then we're going to get to what the namesake of the show is, value added. Mike sent me 2 videos that I thought was really good, and I decided to just basically name the show after it because I wanted to hear everybody's perspective on it. So let's get into the first spotlight. Let's put a spotlight on a couple of people. Let's just see where we're going. Let me know when you see this.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, so it says dad slaps son for flexing with his guns on Facebook. How do you guys feel about this good role model? Let's go.
Now, come here. Come here. Man, quit playing with me. Come here. These type of kids gonna get you fucked up. That's what I'm saying. These your friends. Now, come here. Come here. Man, quit playing with me. Come here. These type of kids gonna get you fucked up.
All right. So we just saw dad. I mean, it's labeled dad slaps his kid on Facebook for flexing with his guns. Kev, what you got on this?
Well, you already know I hate it.
Kid on Facebook.
Hold on. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you already know I hate it. I'm gonna keep it short, but this is why people have like emotional issues. This is why I feel a certain community is having issues with intimacy, is because stuff like this, like their answer to violence is more violence, as if one day the dude isn't going to be old and try his son like that again and doesn't get beat up. Like it's this stuff. Yeah, I just think it's lame. I just think it's lame overall. And I can, like I said, like it's kind of similar with that other video where that one dude was talking to his kid against the wall. That one we went over. Same thing. You know, I can already tell the dad isn't really a role model, and yeah, it's gonna be the point to where, yeah, he's gonna try his kid one day and he's gonna get beat up or shot probably. But go ahead,
Mike. You were shaking your head. What you got on this?
Check this out. Under normal circumstances for younger kids, I would agree with you, Kev. I would agree with you. For a younger child, if the child was 5 or 8 or 10, if a child's old enough to have a weapon, to know what the weapon is, and to know the weapon's power, and to use it on the internet where it will never go away, you have to, as a man to a boy, you have to make strong moves. There cannot be, hey, I need you to stop. Conversations don't work when it comes to weaponry, sir. He's flexing on the internet with guns. All it takes is the right gangster to see that, to take it away. Don't even got to take it away, just to be in a bad mood. And now he don't got a son no more. And what you gonna tell him? You weren't a good dad. You should have been there. You should have did something. Well, he did something. He slapped that boy in the mouth, which didn't hurt him. The boy didn't even hold his face. And he told the other boys out there that's acting stupid, that might not have a dad, said, if you guys feel like you gangster, you guys feel like that's your dog and you're gonna ride with him, come save him. Because he got a daddy over here that cares about him. He ain't gonna die with y'all. Y'all go out there and be stupid. This one right here, he's staying with me. If you come over here, I'll beat you up and then put you next to him and put you on the camera so they can see, now you got a man in your life that ain't gonna let you go out and be stupid like that. I sit here and I listen to y'all talk about, oh, Chicago, oh, black culture, oh, King Von, oh. But then y'all got the nerve to say something wrong with that? I don't want to hear it. I'm a good dude. I'm a good dude. Ain't no, even the people that say they can't stand how I talk say I'm a good man. And I have in my life caught 2, 3 to the solar plexus when I thought I was smelling myself. And guess what? All of a sudden, the old factory's cleared up. Oh, I'm not smelling me no more. I'm about to sit down because I wasn't a man. Thought I was a man, wasn't a man. Sat down, did what I was told to do, did the dishes, cleaned the room, and guess what? I'm alive and I'm raising a daughter who's going to be awesome. So if a slap in the mouth could fix all that, it's worth it. Sorry, Trevor, I went too far.
So I don't disagree with the both of y'all. You guys already know we done this enough. We 36 shows in. You know my only problem with this is that he recorded. That's my only problem with this. Because I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm the guy that when I got arrested the first time, my dad wouldn't come bail me out. Somebody else had to bail me out. Because he was like, well, shit, if he gonna do the crime, Let his black ass stay in there. He'll learn. That was my dad doing that. My dad, who I adore more than anything. So I'm not gonna sit here and act like slapping his kid was the wrong thing to do. My only thing is you did it on camera. Now you embarrassed him. And these kids nowadays are pussies. When they get embarrassed, they go try to get in the gunplay. That's my only thing. And then the gunplay may be an innocent person or it may be his dad. I don't disagree with nothing y'all saying, with the exception of it shouldn't have been videotaped. Well, it shouldn't have been on camera. And again, that's the sad state that we're in with social media. MD said something. MD said my kids are crazy, but they would never do anything like that. My kids train with me. I bet he never trained with his son. We're assuming that well, you're assuming that MD, that he never trained with his son. But my only thing the Mike. So Mike said, and forgive my memory, it's terrible. Mike said that the slap, like if he would have caught it, it would have been good. But how do you know that the slap is going to fix him?
Fix the son?
Yeah.
I know that the lack of a slap won't fix him. I know that words won't fix him. Because there's no way in the world, this is the first time he's done something. There's no way in the world you go from being a straight A square 7, what they call it, L7, to having a gun out of nowhere and to flexing it on it don't go step 0 to step 15. He had steps along the way and he was talked to along the way. This slap came after the conversations that were had. He needed to be slapped. It is what it is. Y'all can act like this new age stuff is all peachy keen and great, but when the police come and they don't want to hear him and he don't know to shut his mouth, you know how and I'm sorry, you know how some black women look on TV when you ain't gonna tell me, and then they get ducked off by somebody. Let a black man do that to the cops and see what happens. I promise you. It ain't you walking away like he better know better. It's bim, 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 throw him in the back. You know how many black men have died hog-tied in the back of paddy wagons? Oh, a mistake. Oops. Yeah. You got to learn to control yourself, learn to control your emotions. And step 1 is getting slapped in the mouth and making sure you shut up afterward because you can't whoop him. Because when you at that age, the only thing you respect is you can't whoop this person.
Would you slap your daughter like that?
God, you beat me to it.
So guess what? If I came home and my daughter was online in bicycle shorts twerking, I slapped the brakes off her.
Oh Lord.
Lord,
the governor's
you're not gonna get no disagreement from me at all with this.
Call it what you want. If my daughter doing anything that's female equivalent to popping her gun on it, I'm slapping the brakes off her. And guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna call her mother, tell her I did it, tell her why, and guess what's gonna happen after that? Her mama gonna pull up and slap the brakes off the other cheek. That's what's gonna happen. Because I ain't raising a statistic. I'm not raising a statistic. It ain't happening. And I'm not raising the thought.
If you're watching this, he's joking.
We got him hyped up now. That's what I wanted. We got him hyped up. All right, Kev, go ahead and finish. Kev, shout out to Kevin J in the building. Go ahead and finish so we could get to the next one.
That's pretty much my thoughts, but I'm gonna push back and say with the whole videotaping thing, I don't like the idea of putting your business online, but at the same time, I think it's a good thing because now we know how like toxic people are and how like how out of control people are when it comes to their own kids and family. Because at one point, you know, when everything is like not online and you're growing up in a neighborhood, you can be like, oh, well, such and such, he was a good dude. He had good parents. But now you can go online and be like, okay, such and such was living this type of lifestyle, but behind closed doors, this is what his parents was doing, you know, when nobody was looking. So with this, and this also helps. It also helps like understand like, okay, this is what I want to do with my kids. This is what I don't want to do with my kids. Because I know I'm pretty sure with this kid we saw on this video is going to end up being a statistic one way or another. Like, because like I said, this father doesn't even seem like he's a good role model. And the fact that the kid is brandishing guns and he's like taunting people online, talking about like, oh, go do something. This is a dude that doesn't talk with his words. He talks with his fists, and yeah, more violence is gonna breed more violence. But that's a hood hood.
Hold on, Kev, because I got to drop another story because I just can't leave this. All right. Again, you did that thing, which is fine. It's fine.
He
we
moved
know,
the whole
yeah,
goalpost.
yeah. We know we come to agree with it now. But so
No, we don't.
Kev, well, no, we don't agree with it. We come to know that it's coming. You think that this was abuse?
That was definitely abuse.
That was abuse. Okay. So so that didn't happen to us growing up, and I know you're like a whole decade younger than us, probably more, but that didn't happen in the well, you weren't alive in the 80s. When you were growing up, that didn't happen before everything was being videotaped?
Yeah, of course it happened.
Did you think I'll just say your parents or whoever was doing it, you think they were abusing you?
He did.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's the problem.
That's the problem then. That's it.
The problem is Kevin has come up with, and Kevin, I don't want to be disrespectful, so you let me know if I need to shut up. Kevin came up with a man that didn't have words after the hands. You know what I'm saying? He came up with a man that thought the hand was the conversation. See, after my uncle punched me in the chest and I got my breath back, he put me in a corner and said, don't you ever in your life do that. Why? This is why. And then he broke it down to me as to how I need to be respectful to the people I speak to, how lying makes no sense, because if you're a man, you will tell the truth. And if you're lying, that means you're scared. Do you want to be a scared human being? No, I don't. I ain't scared of nothing. Well, then you tell the truth and take what comes from it. That's the lessons I learned. Kevin didn't have that. Kevin had the hand and then do what I say because I said so. So in Kevin's mind, he sees all these things we watch and he sees his dad. And that's why he can't relate.
Leave it at that.
What?
I'm gonna ask one question and leave it at that.
Go ahead, bro.
So if this so-called quote unquote, I'm doing air quotes if y'all aren't sure.
I heard them. They loud. I heard them.
All right. Okay. If quote unquote discipline is working, then why are so many black people going to jail?
Oh, sir. You know what? I would love to answer that, but Trevor said we got a tight show. I'm gonna be real fast. White supremacy, America, and being poor. Go ahead, Trevor.
But hold on, Mike. He leaves out the fact that most black men in jail are in there for nonviolent crimes. But again,
and most of the black people in jail are in there because white cops just had to have somebody and they fit a description and or pick this reason or man, please.
So Michelle says, I remember my mom saying, right where you show out, that's where you're going to get it. Yeah, I mean, that's us growing up. So that scared us as kids. Ricardo says, do not assume, little Kev, that that's not fair to the presentation and generalizing is moving the post, sir.
Yeah, because Kevin saw, what was that, 10 seconds of video and assumed that this dad never talked to his kid. He assumed a whole bunch of stuff from 10 seconds of video.
So
Kevin just be talking.
Michelle said the whipping we got would definitely fall under abuse. The five of us are good. We laugh all the time about the discipline that we get. So Michelle, I don't know how old you are, but I'm assuming we're around the same age.
She's our age.
I came up where we got our ass kicked with extension cords and water hoses. So I mean,
Hot Wheels tracks.
I'm sorry,
but I that same person that did it, I'd hug him and kiss him right on the mouth today. So again, it all comes down. Kevin J says something. Wait, let me see. So MD says, what about the convo beforehand? That's how I know he wasn't trained. Again, MD, you're assuming there because that's what you do. We know that we love you for that. That's what you do. You just assume that.
And he's not listening because I specifically said the conversations had to have happened before that. You don't just skip the guns. Guns don't just pop up. The conversations between that man and his son happened before that. Go ahead, sir.
And for the record, because I knew where my dad kept his guns, I still pulled them out and tried to flex with him, even though he taught me all everything that could go wrong with them. So again, kids are just hard headed. But Kevin J brings up a good point. Says Mike experienced real discipline. Some of us truly experience parents who lack communication. Listen, I did a show when I just did podcasting with me and Kevin J, a couple of shows actually with Kevin J, 2 by him solo and one where him and Zay had a back and forth. Keela, if you could, I know it might be some work, if you could go try to grab those and put those links in this chat, because I think that's a fascinating interview for people to go back and check out. But that's some real spiel there. And Mike said it right. Once his uncle did hit him, he explained to him why he did it. A lot of parents kick your ass, and then it's just like, all right, what? You want it again? So, I mean,
I think that's what Kevin went through, bro. That's why Kevin can't see it any other way. And I want to go hug him.
Kev, next time Dr. Mia, come on, man. We gonna ping you, get you in the room. So let's go to the next go to the next spotlight person on the show. Let me know when y'all can see this one.
Yep.
So this is insane. Mom left her 6 and 8-year-old kids home alone to go on a cruise. Monitored kids via webcam and cell phone. So here we go.
Keisha Williams was arrested around 5:30 tonight here at her luxury apartment building in the Memorial area. According to Precinct 5, the mother flew to Miami last Thursday to catch a cruise to Puerto Rico, leaving her young children home alone for 5 days. And it would have been longer had neighbors not been paying attention. From all-you-can-eat buffets aboard a cruise ship to the back of a Precinct 5 patrol car, Lakeisha Woods Williams is accused of abandoning her children. The 29-year-old mother was taken to jail tonight. The details of the allegations, almost hard to believe.
So that don't even make sense right there.
According to court records, neighbors at Williams' luxury high-rise apartment building, the McKinley, sounded the alarm. They said they saw the mother of 2 children leave with luggage and bags last Thursday, April 4th, and never return. On Tuesday, deputy constables with Precinct 5 responded to a welfare check at her apartment and found her 8-year-old son and 6-year-old daughter home alone. The unit smelled of urine, records state, and was in disarray with trash and leftover food strewn about. And they told the deputies their mother had left to go on vacation on a cruise.
These children were definitely left unattended for many days and put in serious harm's way.
Williams is charged with abandoning her children with intent to return. Deputies did find a web camera and cell phone that the children said. Lakeisha Williams was arrested around 5:30.
All right. I just got one thing for that.
No, they're ignorant. That's ignorant.
Go ahead, Mike.
I like that.
Bro, I want to say this to everybody who was watching that last show. Who was watching the last set. This is abuse. This is what abuse looks like. Okay? Because you can't tell me, a human being that thinks it's okay to leave 2 children in a home by themselves, is doing any kind of raising correctly. That's abuse. A person, how can you go have fun not knowing your kids are safe? That's insane. I worry about my kids when they out with somebody that's not their mom. If she out with somebody that's not my mom or her mom, I'm like, yo, is she all right? Matter of fact, even better. Trevor's sitting right there. How many times was I looking at my daughter when we was at your house? With my baby, she all right? What you doing over there in the corner, girl? How can you as a parent be okay not knowing your child is safe? And I'm gonna tell you from my own foolishness, because I don't want to sit here and act like I'm the man or whatever. When I was younger and moronic, I used to drive with I'm not gonna say who it was, but they were young. And they would sit in the car and they'd be chilling. And they were the type of kid that didn't want to get out. Come on, let's go here. I don't want to go. Come on, let's go. I don't want to go. So I said, all right, bump it. And I left them in the car. And they was in the back seat looking out the window, playing. I ran to the gas station, came back, and I saw a car, like this is my car, and I saw a car right here and then back up. The dude almost hit the car with the baby in the car. Now, what I'm gonna tell that kid's mom? I left him in the car because he wanted to stay in the car. That makes sense? It's the dumbest thing in the world. And that's the dumbest thing I've ever done as far as with a child. And I had to go tell her, and I got cursed out for 2-3 weeks. And this woman went on a cruise. A cruise. She wasn't in the same country as her. Go ahead, Trevor.
So Ricardo brings up latchkey kids, and we were all latchkey kids, especially Mike. But times were different. Times were definitely different, and our parents weren't leaving the country. That just sounds stupid what I just said. Our parents weren't leaving the country and leaving the video recorder to watch us. Cliff brings up where's the fathers? That's what Cliff says. MD says it's a damn shame. Ricardo says this is beyond irresponsible behavior and ignorance. This is beyond abuse of all that to go on a cruise. Bitch, you crazy. So Bravo says this is just sad as hell. MD says, who was she with? That's a good question. Was it a cheek clap tour or a homegrown tour?
You know it was a man. You know she was going there to smash.
So that Kev, get her out of this, Kev. Come to her defense.
And she wasn't black, right? She didn't look
black.
black.
Her name was Lakeisha. She absolutely was black.
Damn it. You know what Kev was gonna say.
Yeah, man. Hood culture. No, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna go that angle. I'm actually gonna defend her because this ain't different from what our parents used to do, right? Where they'll like go home and work 2-3 jobs or whatever, leave the kids at home for the older parent to watch. And at least she was responsible enough to have the webcam up, so just in case they needed some advice.
Don't let me fight you, Kevin.
They trolling.
Don't let me fight you, Kevin.
They trolling.
I'm not trolling. This is what I say, yo. This is why.
Fight you, Kevin. I will drive you out.
Our parents did that, but they never left the country. My dad used to dip and leave me with money all the time, but that'll be just to go see his old lady in Miami or something. Not.
He went to go get some ass.
I mean, come on, man.
He went to get some ass too. Well, some dick in this case, but
not to a whole nother country.
Kevin, you trolling, bro. You trolling.
You had the webcam on. I'm just saying, like, this is no different than what our parents used to do.
Yes, it is.
Leave
us
at home.
My mother was in the county.
Get back to work.
My mother was working a job.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He was working.
Hey, Mike, he can't get out of this because MD calling for a 1-week suspension for
MD. No.
Hey, when MD calling for your suspension. So hold on. Michelle says the cruise, we wouldn't spend the night over anybody's house. Back in the day, we used to have things called house parties. If we even asked if we could go, you wish you wouldn't. But again, nobody, screw leaving the county, the city. Bro, she left the country. So first of all, she flew to Miami. So she wasn't even from Florida. She left wherever she was to go to Florida. So she could have been from Georgia, somewhere Midwest, whatever. And then got on a cruise to go to Puerto Rico. So it's not even like you could say, oh, well, at least I was close.
It sounds like semantics. I don't know.
Man, come on, man.
This is semantics, yo. This is exactly what we did when we was younger. Our parents told us, go to school, come back home, lock the door, don't talk to nobody. I'll be back. If you're hungry, I cooked you some food in the fridge. And if you need anything, talk to your older brother, older sister.
You know what the difference is, Kev? You know what the difference is, Kev?
What's up?
They came back at the end of the day. This woman was gone for 5 days, and she still wasn't coming back on the 6th. The neighbors had to get them kids some safety. That's crazy. Come on, Kev.
You know, if you don't show up for your job 3 days straight, that's called job abandonment, and you get fired automatically. Bro, her kids, and then you talking about older brother. Again, you're adding stuff that's not there. It's a 6 and an 8-year-old. So it's not even like you got a 15-year-old in the house. I'd probably use some leeway because not now 15-year-olds, but when we were 15, we had sense and we could cook and we could do this and we could do that. So you probably were going to be all right. But nowadays, kids, absolutely not. Johnny Bravo says, I saw someone I know leave their kid in the car, and I got out, took the kid, put it in my car, and watched her panic for a while before I gave the kid back. She learned a valuable lesson that day. Michelle says, my mother used to work 11 to 7 shift, and she left us home. She would call to check on us in the morning before we went to school. Every one of us had to get on the phone before she hung up the phone. Again, Michelle, y'all were in the same county, I'm assuming. Y'all were in the same county, same city, same town. This broad is in a whole nother zip code, a whole nother, you got to dial 1 before you dial the number. Shout out to Thinking Black in the building. You got to dial 1 before you could dial that number.
You're just making up parameters for when you leave your kids at home. Okay.
You said,
no, I'm not. They shouldn't be left.
What cup is ugly? My Straight Talk Society cup? What are you talking about? Well, you thought it was a dolphin cup? But yeah, man, this is insanity, man. This friggin' is insanity. I don't know what else to say, and I know Kev trolling, man. I know Kev trolling.
Gotta be trolling.
That makes sense. Y'all just don't want to believe it.
But I mean, only one type of people do this here.
Women. I said women.
They're the only people that do this type of stuff, man. I mean,
we don't love a woman.
Bro, that's insane. So
that's funny.
So we reached, what time is it now? All right, before we get into the main event, we're making good time. Guess what, y'all? I hope your list is ready.
Oh, let's go.
We're gonna do a top 5. Nope, wrong show. Sorry.
See,
wrong.
You knew it. You knew it. Even your heart knows it.
It is now time for Mike's top 10.
Being right isn't always the point. Let's go. Old hoes got new tricks. Old folks hate my new whips. Old chill spots got upgraded. F vodka and Netflix. Old James for these new fits. Old Blaze backwoods fifth. Old bills that I got them faded. Now the pots and checks ripped. My old homies was reckless. Whipping in the bando. Couple white girls jiggling topless. Rock mixed with thoughtness. Rock life recognized. Far from a thug, but I got mine. And an 18-month-old with my initials giving me the 9 to pop mine. And it's registered. So I sit next to your body while you shot crime. Card in my hand, on my head. Tell them, oh yeah, I shot mine. Stop lying. That confession, that shit was so cold. Another nigga beef that was watched last week, man, that shit was so cold.
Stop moving the goalpost. Chip, you know what? You just made the list.
Oh, what a fantastic introduction. Hey, speaking of rapping, that is Mike on the mic, for those of you who don't know. And him and Kev have been kind of going at a back and forth in a battle. Dropping diss tracks on one another. I wish they could just bust a freestyle right now on each other, but you know, it ain't gonna happen.
Sir, tell the truth. Kevin's been getting demolished. That's what occurred.
So I guess in the spirit of this Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef, these two decided to just completely go ham on one another. Yeah, I mean it's been pretty one-sided, but Kev do got them bars. He got them one-liners. He got them little one-liners there, but yeah, it's not even close. I can't do it to you. So
biased.
We got a top 10 list. And hey, so everybody knows, I know y'all, hey, Johnny Bravo saying LFG to the top 10 list. Everybody loves the top 10 list. We might have to start doing the top 10 list as its own thing like it originally was planned, just because we got a bunch of stuff to get to, but that's down the road. So what are we talking about today, Mike?
Oh, just so you know, I'm working on it. I got the intro and the outro already done. I was just telling your wife how I apologize for thinking it was some easy little thing for her to teach me because Canva is beating my ass. But anyway, today is the top 10, and I'd like to apologize to everybody. because this one's a little more difficult, but it's the top 10 white shows that black people watch but don't admit it.
All right. What's number 10, Mike?
All right, number 10. It's a show that used to come on back in the day. We watched it because it was just on, and we really had no black people on TV. Cheers. Y'all can
Never
front like
watched Cheers.
bro.
Never
Black
watched.
people watch Cheers. Stop it. And you know
No,
what?
I
This ain't
never
even
watched.
you.
Never watched Cheers.
Cheers was amazing. You had that crazy little short lady. You had a white dude who thought he was a pimp. You had a skinny white girl who was the original Karen, and then he got her out of here and got another batch. Cheers was, and then you had the drunks who made the show amazing, bro. I want to walk into a room and people just go mango, and I just feel like I'm that dude. You feel me? That don't feel good inside. It feels good inside. But go ahead.
So we are doing Mike's top 10 list of white people shows that black people are nobody. Wait, black people don't know they watch, or wait,
Nah.
let's say that.
Top 10 white shows that black people watch, but they don't like to admit it.
They don't like to admit it. Number 9, Mike.
And people, these shows don't have black leads. They can't have a black lead. So you won't hear Saved by the Bell. Sorry. The next one is Handmaid's Tale. A lot of y'all be asleep, but trust me, black people watching that show's crazy, especially women, because they like, this is what's going to happen when Trump win. We can't let him win. I'm telling you, Handmaid's Tale is crazy. If you're out there and you haven't watched it, you're out of your mind. I watched the whole show, and I read both books. Keep up. Hit me again.
Number 8, Mike.
This one it's a little off. It's a little off. But I've learned, and I've found out from a lot of black women. A lot of black women love it. I know black dudes mess with it, but it's a very vicious, violent show about back in the day, Vikings. I don't know. I thought I was the only black person watching it till mad black people came up to me and be like, yo, did you see what happened? Yo, his brother's a switch out. I can't believe it. Black people see themselves in any show they watch. So number 8 is Vikings. It's fantastic.
Number 7.
Number 7 would be higher on the list, but I know black people don't like reading subtitles. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Y'all need to get over it. But Money Heist is one of the most fire shows, and I know mad black people that watch it. I got an old uncle who's in the 60s who wake me up all the time. Hey, they got Berlin. You got to watch. Oh, I'm getting likes. See, y'all ain't feeling it, but my people feeling me. Money Heist is fire, sir. If you're not watching it, you need to catch up.
Number 6, Mike.
Number 6 is what we call a feel-good show. The Price is Right. It don't matter what's happening. You sitting at home. You didn't go to school that day. You turn on channel 6, and all of a sudden you see that big green 5. Blink, 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 blink. You know ain't nobody gonna win it until that one goofy white dude win it. And then he, what are you gonna do? I'm just gonna go back to my farm. Man, get out of here, bro. You know you're gonna quit your job. But that's what I'm saying. Price Right was the joint. Go ahead.
Thinking Black saying he got 3 out of 5 so far. Number 5.
This is all right, everyone knows me, right? I'm a connoisseur of television. A connoisseur. What he said? Who's black and not admitting the book? A lot of people, trust me. I'm a connoisseur of TV. I know that The Wire and Breaking Bad are the greatest pinnacles of television we've ever had. There's been one show in recent history that has come close to that, and they have no black leads. It is a wonderful show about a man who's trying to protect his family, even though his wife is a cheating whore bag, and takes his wife and kids to the Ozarks. If you have not watched Ozark, you're lying, because everybody watched Ozark. Ozark is fire. It is a top-ranking show in now. Like, I still shake when I see that little girl. When you remember when she was like, ah! She yelled after her brother. Bro, if you ain't feel it in your heart, you ain't a real one. Black people watch Ozark.
Number 4, Mike.
Now, number 4, I wasn't going to put in the list because they had a black lead, but she didn't come on until way in the future. All right? It started out just a bunch of white people. But all black people, especially black boys, watch Boy Meets World. Because Topanga fine. Woo! You know he was watching. Boy, stop playing. I just want to see Topanga. when she was young and goofy with the long hair. I remember the episode where she cut the hair and became fine. Oh, every black guy watches Topanga. Ooh, Boy Meets World, number 4.
Number 3.
Number 3 came up with the rise of nerds. People like to front like they don't love nerds, but they love us. And the nerd they love that can't stand the most is Sheldon from Big Bang. Big Bang gets watches. I don't know how dudes is acting, but Big Bang gets watches. Everybody jumps on it. Big Bang is fire. Sheldon is nuts. It was great to see him finally get some coochie. Big Bang, that's all I got to say. If you ain't watching Big Bang, you tripping.
Number 2, man.
Number 2, Married with Children. If you ain't watched Married with Children, I'm gonna act like I'm what's his name, Biden. You ain't black, because Married with Children came on right next to Martin. And if you was black back in the day, you had to watch Martin, and you had to watch that. There was 3 things you had to watch: Martin, Living Single, Married with Children. Had to watch it. It is what it is. Al Bundy, there is not a white man that could roast better than Al Bundy and a fat woman in the shoe store. Nobody. Al Bundy is the best. Number 2, Married with Children.
And the top pick for Mike's top 10 white shows that black people watch but don't want anybody to know is...
I would like to apologize to you, Trevor, because I feel like in my heart you're waiting to see South Park or The Simpsons. You're not going to see it because black people admit to watching those shows. The number 1 show for me and for anyone that has sense is a wonderful, the original 4 Toxic Women. The original 4 Toxic Women.
Oh, Sex in the City.
No, sir. Bump Sex in the City. They didn't even make my list. The Golden Girls. If you ain't if you ain't stay up for no reason on Nick at Night, if Rose Nyland don't bring joy to your heart watching Betty White set it off, if Blanche Devereaux and her thottish ways don't make your heart pitter patter, if the mama coming out the kitchen to call her a whore to her face and make her take it and then go back and finish her marinara, you ain't real. I don't want to hear it. Every black person knows the theme song. How I go, Trevor?
You want me to sing? But thank you for being a friend.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Every black person know that song. We know that song, and we know the Fresh Prince. Those are 2 you gotta know those. Golden Girls, my number 1. Fire. I'm about to watch the episode when we get off. That's how much I love it. My bad. Go ahead, Trev.
Hey, but what was funny though, I thought it was going to be like obscure shows that nobody really rock with, because most of the chat rocking with most of the shows you're saying. Shout out to Medusa 1591 in the building.
Thinking Black, 4 touchdowns in a single game. Poke high.
Poke high. And I think MD put the No Ma'am in there. hey man, Al Bundy. I just watched a highlight of a Married with Children show where he was at his high school reunion, and Peg told him to go ahead and swing on the guy, and he went out there and beat him up. That show was top tier, man. That was a legendary show.
Nah, you know what's my episode? When he finally let Peg get some, and he took her upstairs, and boom, and you saw the ceiling crumble, and then they went up there, and she was like half dead, smoking a cigarette. Man, Married with Children is the show.
And
but
by the way,
Girls is number 1.
By the way, Peg was really fine. I don't understand what his whole gripe was with her, but it is what it is. Well, yeah. All right. Well, that was another edition of Mike's top 10 list. Hey man, I know y'all really love those. We are gonna wait for Mike to do it. We are gonna start isolating those.
I'm in the process.
Okay, we are going to start out isolating those and putting them up as their own single things, man, because I'm trying to push these guys to do their own thing, and the top 10 list is like that. So let's get into this next video. This is a video MD sent me. Cliff was the first person to send me this, but Cliff didn't send me the full version. MD sent it to us yesterday and wanted us to talk about it tonight. So let's talk about it just because it is a hot topic right now. Let me get this video up. And so this is from the actual person's point of view.
For the pod a little, shall we? Last Friday,
Oh
10
yeah.
minutes before dismissal time, I decided to live stream my students helping me take my hair out. There was quite the discourse in the chat, which had people saying this was inappropriate. And
Can you guys hear it?
This was completely
Yeah.
fine. There was nothing wrong with what I was doing.
Yeah, barely.
Making it weird. So of course I had to bring this issue to the big stage. I would like to represent myself in this case, Your Honor, if I may. Number one, for a little context, I had a hair appointment immediately after school, and I needed my hair taken out beforehand. I would have taken it out the night before, but that Friday we had a camera crew coming in to shoot a promotional video, and I was one of the ones being interviewed. So I had to look presentable, so I didn't take my hair out. I didn't have the time to do it all myself because it would have taken me forever. So
All right, so it is, everybody's saying it's low. I don't know why I can't give it any more volume, but just so we get context, this is the teacher and his students are taking his hair out. He's explaining why he did it. He was going to do a video shoot. He didn't have time to take his hair out, so his students are doing it. So let's move on.
naturally, I asked about 4 or 5 of my over 100 best friends to assist me in taking my hair out, and they all agreed. Number 2, this was at the end of class. This week we were doing STEM fair presentations. Since it was Friday and all of my students did an excellent job on their STEM fair projects and presentations, I told them if we get one solid presentation in this class, I'll end class a little early and they can have fun and play basketball, darts, or be on their phones or whatever. And during that time, my team would help me take my hair out. A couple of these were students from my class, but others were students from other classes. I wrote all of them a pass at the beginning of the class period, requesting their assistance 10 minutes before dismissal. I told the teachers only send them if all of their work was completed and they had good behavior. They all met the criteria, so 10 minutes before dismissal, they showed up for their job. My next point I'd like to make is if I was a female teacher, those people wouldn't be in the comments saying, oh, this is weird, this is inappropriate. Because me personally, I don't think there's anything weird about this. People are saying, oh, that's too intimate. To me, it's literally just hair. It doesn't have to be weird. Some people have never had cool teachers, and it shows. I personally believe that building authentic relationships with students is paramount in being an effective teacher. I make sure my students know and can feel that I care about them beyond the schoolwork and all the stuff that I have to make them do. I take the time to get to know my students outside of academics because caring for the whole child is what's important. Some of these students have been with me since I was a substitute 4 years ago. They see me as a big brother or a father figure, as some of them say. And me, I don't want kids of my own, so all of these kids are literally my children. And in case you're wondering about their parents, most of them follow me on social media and always talk about my videos with their kids. They always tell me that they're so grateful that their kids have someone like me in their life. In my admin, they're well aware of my social media presence and they love my videos. To me, this is just another wholesome moment that I'm having with my kids that I was fortunate enough to catch on film. Since I'm a science teacher, one thing that I teach my students about is symbiosis. Symbiosis deals with the relationships between organisms. The type of relationship that I like to foster in my class is mutualism, or mutualistic relationship, which means both organisms benefit from the exchange. So when my students have good behavior, complete all their assignments, and do everything that a scholar is supposed to do, I reward them with downtime and just time to just be a kid, be on their phones, play games, gossip, so on and so forth. My students and I work hard and we play harder. I'm fortunate enough to have students that feel safe and comfortable around me, safe to come to me with their problems, their frustrations. They come to me seeking guidance and wisdom, or come to me simply to chill and hang out because they know that they have a safe space to be themselves around me. What I strive to do as an educator is be the teacher I wish I had grown up. I strive to be the teacher that makes my inner child happy, someone that my inner child will be proud of. I want to be the teacher that my students reflect back on 20, 30 years down the line and think like, dang, that teacher I had in middle school, he was the shit. No further questions, Your Honor. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. You think this was inappropriate or people were making something out of nothing?
All right, you asked for thoughts, buddy, and you are going to get them from the Man Talk Monday crew. Before I'm gonna just say this because I know y'all ready to chomp at the bit. Me and Mike, both made the same facial expression at the same point in the video. So there you go. But the chat seems to think that this is terrible. Ricardo says that he was fired last week. This is the one thing I'm gonna say because I want to hear young Kev first because I know Kev going to crucify him. So I'm not gonna make this sexual. Because I didn't see anything sexual going on here. But what I will say is outside of me just saying that I don't, it's not appropriate. It's just not appropriate. I don't care what you say. I don't want to be the cool middle school teacher. That's not what you're there for. That they have boyfriends and stuff for that with long hair. All men nowadays have long hair, so they can braid their hair or whatever. My problem with this is he's a young guy. He's a handsome guy. He's not as handsome as our handsome devil up here, Kev, but he's a handsome guy around young, impressionable girls playing in his hair. Kev, the floor is yours.
See, this is the problem I have with men, and I'm going to bring up men, of course. It's crazy how the few kind of ruins the optics of the many. In this situation, I don't really think it's a big deal. I know you guys want me to crucify him and stuff like that.
No, I knew what you were gonna do.
Mike knew, but the rest of y'all, I'm sure you guys wanted me to crucify him, but no, I feel like this is just a warning type thing, you know. Although I do think it's inappropriate that he's a teacher, and he is around their age. That kind of makes it like, ugh, you know what I'm saying?
They're middle school, Kev. They're middle school.
Right, exactly. Right, and he's around their age. But like I said, of course, the few kind of ruins
Kev, they're middle school.
Many. Right. The few kind of ruins the optics of the many because there's too many situations where the teachers who are like young are intimate with the kids. And that's why people are looking at this guy and being like, okay, he's a creep, he's inappropriate, he's this and he's that. But at the same time, like that, what they're doing is a form of love that I feel like we should be maybe not endorsing, but embracing. Maybe not in this way, but in other ways. Because with a lot of kids, they don't really have like great, you know, role models and great teachers, great people that they can go to. And when it comes to teachers, I mean, for a lot of kids, like those like coming to class and seeing those teachers is like the best part of their day, you know, before they have to go back to their parents who was probably like smacking them on the mouth or yelling at them or beating them or leaving them at home and going on 5-day cruises and stuff like that. It's the teachers that really show that real type of love. But yeah, I would say he messed up because he put his stuff online. Of course, he put his stuff online. And it's just weird that it's just so many girls, you know. I did see a video of the mom like saying like, you know, she didn't, one of the students' mom saying that, you know, it wasn't a big deal, and if he needed his hair done, you know, call her. And I would agree. I would say like if he really cared for these kids, he would have done his best to not look weird, even if it's innocent, and just have an adult handle the situation. But to me, I feel like this is just a form of self-love and is showing love that I would assume the black community would like, you know, be cool with. But like I said, the few kind of ruins the optics of the many, or maybe it's the many that ruins the optics of the few. Who knows? But I know looking at the churches, it's definitely the many. That's the case, that's the issue. But go ahead.
So Mike, before you get them, Kev, do you, again, the few ruin the optics of the many? You know, in school, sometimes if teachers, MD said he's going to be talking about it Thursday. MD, I mean, hell, you want to talk? Well, I mean, you want to do it Thursday, but I'll put it in there. I'll put the link in the chat. If you want to come up now and just give us a quick precursor of it, but I want to hear what Mike has to say. But Kev, if how do you feel if a teacher rests over a child, because you keep saying they're the same age? No, he's a middle school teacher.
No, I
which
said
means
around age, same age.
no. Around the age would be 15, 16, or whatever you are in middle, 13, 14, 15. He's in his 20s. He's at least got to be in his 20s. So, but that's besides the point. If you're a teacher, in one of my groups, somebody sent me a video, could have been Ricardo, of this stacked teacher. Oh my goodness, just stacked to the gills. And people are mad at her, reporting on her just because of how she looks. So can you imagine now if this teacher had to help a student? He's 28, so yeah, not close in age at all. Can you imagine if this student needed help and that same stacked teacher had to lean over him to help him? You think that'd be pretty inappropriate if her boobs were in his face, as innocent as it may be, right?
I'm asking for help every day, but I hear you.
But so if, and Kev, this is where I had to separate myself from being a dad, which is very, very hard to do. But you said that, and this didn't surprise me at all. You said that one of the moms didn't have a problem, and she even offered to do it herself. Of course she did. Because again, look at the guy. He's a good looking dude, and he probably clapping plenty cheeks. But the issue at hand here is he has middle school girls doing his hair.
Can't do that.
When you talk about something being absolutely tone deaf, and again, I'm not looking at it sexual. If it wasn't in school and it was around parents, then fine. If he had to run to somebody's house and they just say, "Oh, let me help you take your hair out," fine. But you're doing it in a public learning arena. Go ahead, Mike.
One sec. So based off what you're saying, so from what you're saying, you're fine with him having help for middle schoolers. It just can't be at school, you're saying.
What I'm saying is, it looks bad being in this setting. And don't leave out the point. Don't leave out the fact that I said if it was at somebody's house, meaning if an adult was there. Don't leave out that part. Then it's just like, oh man, you want to take this hair out? Go do that. But you're in school doing it. D, get out of here, man. The link is in the chat. You get up here and you come get it. Somebody get them, Kev. It looks bad. It absolutely looks terrible because you're doing it in school. And then he gonna try to do the reverse Uno card. If it was a woman teacher, you wouldn't say anything. You damn right they would say something. Like, have you seen what's been going on in the news lately with all these female teachers and these kids?
Okay, real quick.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, real quick. Okay, so I saw another video of the same situation. So it was a female teacher and female middle school students. Do you feel like that's wrong as well?
Still should be done.
Were they doing her hair?
Right. It was like a side-by-side TikTok video.
Shouldn't be done in school.
Okay, fair enough. As long as you keep the same energy.
I don't send my daughter to school to play in her teacher's hair. I don't do that.
Okay, fair enough. As long as you keep the same energy.
Bro, hair is like the most like intimate thing. And people don't realize, I ain't got none, but hair is like the most intimate thing, man. You rubbing your fingers. Have you ever rubbed your hands in a woman's head and see the look that they give you?
Yes,
when you rub just the right spot in their head? It's like, just take me now, wherever we are. Like, oh, okay, there you go. But MD, you want to wait because I want to hear Mike first. But go ahead, Mike.
Man, I'm not gonna lie to you. This is hilarious. There's a reason I like to talk to people, right? Because Mike is right, as we all know. But Mike is only right 98% of the time. That means there's a 2% that I can be wrong.
Especially when it comes to islands.
That was funny. That was funny. But guess what? If you took the word island out and put the word forest in, I'd have been right. Moving along. There's a reason I speak to so many people, and people think there's a wonderful friend of mine who thinks you always got to be right, and I'm like, I don't have to be right. I just usually am. But why are you always arguing to try to prove you're right? I'm like, that's the difference. I like to try to prove that I'm right. So if someone proves that I'm wrong, I learn something, right? I'm going to tell you this, Kevin. I haven't spoken to one adult woman that I respect that thought this was okay. Not one. Not one adult. You know what I heard? You know what word I heard the most, Kevin? Grooming.
See, I was going to say that, but I didn't want to get in an argument with you. Shout out to Lem B in the building.
I heard, and you know what? As a person who doesn't really believe in grooming like that, I had to give her props. Because, yeah, I can see it because I've done it. I've had a girl, hey, come brush my waves real quick. Okay, babe. Oh, look at this. It's a real sensual thing. If you see them girls in the video, they're just happy to be doing something to make him happy. I'm making him happy. People get those connections, especially at that age. When they call girls and dudes fast, that's the age it starts. That's when you get the hormones are running. That's when you get the, oh, well, he let me do this. He won't mind if that's why he let me do this. He won't mind if he let me do this. I can just show up to class when no one else is there. And now he got to charge. That's because when you are in a position of responsibility for children, especially those on the cusp of adulthood, you must know that there is a separation. You are a professional. You must act like one. These are not your kids. He was talking about these are my kids. They're not your kids. You work for their parents. That is it. You can be cool. You can be buddy. You're not their friend. You're there to do a job. He's supposed to be teaching them, not crochet knots, not Bantu knots. He's supposed to be teaching them English. Calculus. How about that? Can everybody in there split a derivative? Can everybody do that? But y'all could take out some braids. No, that is unprofessional. It is not in the policy of the school to be happening. Since MD is here, I can bring up policy, and it's just wrong, bro. It's overstepping a line. If you think that's okay, then you're the person with the problem. And I'm telling you from a person who saw this immediately and was like, oh, what's the big deal? You have to think about it and take in more input, which is what I did. No, because if I saw my daughter doing his hair and I walked in, there's no conversations to be had. I'm rocking, dude. Period, point blank. I don't want my daughter comfortable enough to know you got dandruff or not. Ever. And I'll stop talking. Welcome to the show, Monday, MD.
So hold up, MD, before you go, Cliff says, but took it down. Cliff says, but y'all not mad at having your kids sitting on the stranger's lap on Christmas.
My daughter don't do that.
My daughter don't do that. I'm sorry. I mean,
hell, you think this is?
There's a difference when a kid gets a certain age. My daughter knows to not even hug men front on anymore. She has to hug them from the side because I teach her that. But again, that's all in parenting. Eddie Israel says it's inappropriate. You just can't cross certain lines as an educator. Some stuff can just come across the wrong way, even if the intentions are good. That's a place of learning, not a salon. Absolutely. Who else? Ricardo says I was almost hella groomed by sex. Of course you were, Ricardo. And Mike, hey, shout out to Mike's cheerleading section here. Damn, MD, where you went? Come back. Shout out to Mike's cheerleading section in here. Mike is right.
You hear the hate? Why can't I just be right? Why I gotta be cheerleaders?
How much your grease his palm for that one? I agree with you though, but I gotta throw the jab in there.
Thank you, JB.
I did want to use that grooming term, but I just didn't feel like getting into no argument today. Because when I see stuff like that, that's what I think of. Like again, because Kev want to make them the same age. They're not. You're talking about a 15-year age difference. That's a big deal. I don't care what people say. And again, hair is some sensual, man. Is just, and he could have meant well. He could have absolutely meant well. I don't disagree. he had a show to do or photo shoot, whatever he said he had to do. I don't disagree. But again, plan better. Take the time off. And then he's using, if my kids finish school, their schoolwork early, we like to do like sensory exercises and stuff like that. Huh?
Yeah.
Sensory on the teeth. Just think about what he's saying. He's like, I'm listening to the whole thing that he's saying, and he's coming off just all matter of fact. He's like, oh yeah, nothing to see here. And from what I'm being told, it is hard to get fired as an educator. But they fired him, according to Ricardo, this week. So MD in the building. What's up, MD?
Peace. Can you hear me? I'm in the mountains, man. I don't know. I'm breaking up a little bit.
Loud and clear, sir.
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, all right, cool. Yeah, so my position is not either or. I'm actually indifferent to it if that's what the school chose to do. What I wanted to mainly focus on was not necessarily say the double standard, but we tend to not see things from a middle ground standpoint as to what we want, especially when it comes to the education system, right? On the one hand, you say, school prison pipeline, our schools are being underdeveloped, our teachers are robots, they just working for scores, blah, 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 this and that. On the other hand, you have a young man here that's trying to garner a rapport with his students as closely as possible. Now, again, I'm not here to say was it appropriate or not. That's not my position.
Oh shit, man!
But they clearly sexualized it. Am I breaking up?
Yeah,
Oregon.
Damn, man. Because
I'm back in the mountains, man. I'm gonna drop down.
Damn.
Oh man, he was cooking though.
If he was going where I think he was going, MD is the same person we got in the argument on Tape Fist Politics last week over this castration debate. And he was wrong then, and he probably was going to be wrong about what he was saying now. MD, you still on, so if you good, go ahead. Unmute yourself.
Yeah. How do I sound now? If I break up again, I'm gonna just drop down.
You good. Yeah.
Okay.
No, you good.
All right. So again, clearly the people in the comments were sexualizing it.
Damn, man. Oh.
Yeah.
Damn, man. This what I look. Yeah, these be the times, man, where me and MD gonna have to clash because this is crazy. And I don't know which comment. So you saying our comment section was sexualizing it? I don't think so. I just think they were just saying it's inappropriate.
Inappropriate. That's what I heard, and it is.
Oh yeah, because you're sexualizing it.
No, it's not about sex, bro. That's not your job. They have this thing called. It's funny, right? For every job you have, they have this thing called description of job. Your job description, the title of the things you should do. Not once have I ever seen in a teacher's job description have children playing in your hair. Never.
What about science class?
What?
What about science class?
You don't do it.
We do experiments.
Who plays in hair in science class?
Well, okay. Like for example, we had a experiment where we was making our hair like move up with like electricity or something like that with a magnet.
Hey, if you want inanimate objects to play in your hair, that's fine. I don't want another human being playing in my child's hair or my child playing in another human being's hair. Something's wrong with you.
Mike, you see what he doing? He talking about let's use static electricity. You see how he like, man, Kev, you doing it big time today. Like you are literally reaching over the mountains to try to prove this point. Again, I don't think me or Mike are sexualizing it at all, and I don't think nobody in the chat is doing it. How about the optics of it just looks bad? And you're in school to be their teacher. Like literally, that's what you are. You're their teacher. And Kev, without a shadow of a doubt, and I know you don't have one, so I'm just hypothesizing now, but if you had a daughter, and like Mike said, if you walked in and saw her doing her male teacher's hair, it would be worse if it was male, but I think you'd be upset if it was a female, because that's not what you sent her to school for. You would absolutely have a problem.
Oh yeah, for sure. But if it's like cosmetology school, then okay, that's fine.
I'm gonna slap you, Kevin.
And by the way, cosmetology school, they use the dummies, they use the mannequins.
Facts.
So I mean, next, which one you gonna pull now?
What you mean? You said context matters. So in this case, this is like a public school. Of course, you shouldn't be like, having contact, but if it's like cosmetology school, if it's some type of dance school, something where like physical contact is needed, then of course, like I'm not gonna get upset about it. And that's what I'm saying. Like the optics is weird, because we wouldn't be complaining about this if so many kids or if so many people weren't grooming kids and like having sex with kids. But in this case, it looks weird because too much of that incidents happened. So of course, when I look at this situation, be like, okay, that's weird. I mean, that's what it is, really.
Sir, I would look at this weird regardless. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I don't want anybody having my child playing in their hair. I don't want a woman having my child playing in her hair, and she's a teacher. No, that's crazy, and it makes me feel a way that you guys don't see that that's an issue. Like I told you, I felt the way before, but as soon as I spoke to somebody about it, it makes sense. And I'm a person that believes in sense. If it makes sense, I'm gonna rock with it. There's absolutely no way in the world this should be happening on a school campus. That looks crazy. That looks insane.
So Cliff is joining the Trollmobile. So he's saying everyone don't work at the job site working every minute. Yeah, Cliff, I know that for a fact, because when we worked together, teachers are not machines. Kevin J brings up a point. He says the comments on the OP, I don't know, was definitely sexualizing it. But I think MD raises a point about how students has lost a black male teacher. So MD is back up here. Let's try again. What's up? What you got? Oh, Johnny Bravo said, I definitely sexualize it. What you got, MD?
Okay, all right. I think I'm good. I think I'm in the clear now. My only issue in what I wanted to discuss about the video was the double standard in which the black society identifies what the teacher's role is in a public setting. Like y'all said, public setting, that's a key word, public. Now, what I'll discuss is what's in the guidelines of the school, because I got it, and I'm gonna bring it up. So I got the actual handbook of what's said, and again, like I said, rules are rules at the end of the day, right? I'm not disputing that. I never dispute that. I'm the law and order person. So in that aspect, if he did something wrong, he should be reprimanded, no doubt. But we'll find out if he did something wrong or not. Secondly, if he had a personal, let's not say personal relationship. If he had a cordial relationship with those kids' parents, what's the argument? Because he clearly said it in the video. So is it up for them to decide, or is it up for you, i.e. the society, to decide how those girls are supposed to handle themselves with their teacher in their classroom?
MD, you want to know what the argument is?
That's what I'll be talking about. Go ahead.
You know what the argument is? Because he did it on school time where he should have been in class teaching them or doing whatever, not having them play in his hair. And as far as having the relationship with the teacher, so what? My dad used to date my one of my substitute teachers. That doesn't mean that I could curry favor with her and touch on her arm if I felt like it. Like what the hell are we talking about? What?
You talk about moving the goalpost trail. No. That's what you just did.
How?
No, because you just insinuated that it's a happy-go-lucky environment in the classroom. All we know is that the girls took down the man's head. That's all we know.
That's all you need to know, MD.
From that perspective, yeah, you're right. That's all I need to know. And it's not for me.
Bottom line, MD, Bottom line, your kids taking down their teacher's hair, what are you doing?
It depends on what type of relationship I got with that teacher. I'm gonna just keep it a buck with you.
There it is. There it is.
And that's the issue that we face. We want it both ways. We want to have a better environment when it comes to the teacher and the student and the relationship. But at the same time, when it's not when it's not fitting to your lifestyle or your role or how you perceive society to be, then it becomes an issue. Want it both ways. So I'll be talking about that on Thursday. Do we want robots or do we want care and love in the classroom? Which one do we want?
Care and love doesn't mean that you had to touch them. Care and love means that they could open up to you and let you know what's going on in their lives and things like that. Not running your fingers through your hair. What does R. Kelly? Hey, R. Kelly said it best. Come on and braid my hair. And you see where that ended up. You see where his ass ended up. Come on, man. Get out of here, man.
See, but again, see, there you go. Your mind leaned toward that. Like I said again, if the parents knew what was going on, it's no quarrel of mine. Point blank, period. It's for them to understand the relationship that they kids have in that classroom, not you. So I'll be talking about that on Thursday. That's all I wanted to say.
It's all right, Trevor. He said it's okay for his sons to give the female teacher a bikini wax.
You see what I'm saying? You see? You just can't help yourself, can you?
No, that had nothing to do with that. Wasn't sexual. That was body maintenance.
Body maintenance.
That's body maintenance. Same thing as the hair. Wasn't sexual at all. You took it sexual because you know it's sexual. You nasty pants.
Hey, again. He ain't get me. I ain't trying.
Yes,
No,
I did. Killed him.
I ain't talk, bro. You taking out the hair and a Brazilian wax. I'm not going for that.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna do me like that.
Hey, if she's wearing her underwear, what's the big deal?
And see, there you have it again.
What
time
you going live? What time you going live, MD?
She had a modeling.
Oh, you know, always Thursdays 8:30.
Okay, yeah, you be running late. Keela, if you still there, can you drop the link to MD's channel? Yeah, definitely don't want to miss that because he sound like he got a gun he got a bullet in the chamber. That's why he came up here all braggadocious. He probably got their handbook, and their handbook probably has some stupid loophole in there. So he's gonna tell me, oh, you can't go against what the word says, the letter of the law. Damn what it looks like. Damn the moral aspect of it. You just can't do it because there's a written letter in there. And that's what MD is going to do to us Thursday. So y'all make sure and tune into that. Lim B says even a cordial relationship with parents. No adults should be getting their hair done by children/students, not at the school or off school premises. Absolutely. Shout out to Keela dropping MD's link in the chat. Y'all make sure and subscribe to that channel. Make sure and subscribe to Jansen Williams' channel. Eddie Israel was over there with a fire teaching this past, Saturday night. So y'all check them brothers out over there. They be doing a lot of
peace. But I'm gonna say peace. But remember, the word of the day is public. I'm gonna talk about that because I'm gonna tie that into the protests on the colleges too. So public. Remember that word. With that, I'm gonna say peace.
I can't stand MD, man. I can't stand him. Like he always. I'm not gonna say he don't have no moral compass. I'm just saying I don't think he values morality. Like morality to me, when it comes to MD, don't seem like it's on a higher pecking order versus the law. Like he's more.
Does morality have a policy?
Say that again.
Does morality have a policy?
No, there's no policy to morality.
Well, then MD don't give a damn about it.
I mean, I don't blame him.
You were trying to say something, Kev. Let's say what you want to say so we can move on to the next one. Ricardo says MD, so why was the teacher terminated? And came out with some rebuttal videos. I got to see that rebuttal video. But yeah, why did they fire him if it was okay in the handbook? And I'm not saying MD said it's okay, but the way he was talking, like he that's where he's leaning. So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean he's close to the students. I empathize with how you feel, but Yeah, I don't really have any other points. I just wanted to say that it's like, okay, you say you want community, but when it, like MD says, when it doesn't go around your moral compass, it's like, well, not moral compass, but it's not around your expectations. It's like, then you start vilifying somebody. So but yeah, my point still stands. I don't think it's that serious, but it's the fact that, yeah, he did it on school grounds, and being that he's a teacher, he's got to follow a certain set of rules. Then yeah, I think it's inappropriate. But if it was a situation where, like, let's say he was going to a hair salon, or like a cosmetology school or whatever, and the mom was like, hey, go take his hair out, I'm pretty sure a lot of people would say that there's no problem with that. But like I said before, the optics just looks weird because of so many situations with teachers in the past.
I might had her last word.
There's something wrong with y'all. That's my last word. There's something wrong with all of y'all.
Your hat too tight.
Hat looser than the mug, sir.
So yeah, I don't know, man. I think, boy, I think we're too tolerant in this society, first of all, as it is. But with everything, so hold on, here go Cliff again. This is why blacks are filling out the jail systems. We are quick to jump to criminalize ourselves. Cliff?
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't criminalize anybody. I didn't say he should go to jail.
Talk that talk, Cliff.
I didn't say he should go to jail. I said he should not have kids playing in his hair. He should not have women, I've worked with little girls. I'm telling you, sir, they get attracted to men in power and positions, and then I worked at I'm not going to say the name, where I was working with girls who had been, whatever, when I'm SA'd, and they were in this place. And I was the only man that worked there during a certain week period. And from the Monday I got there, first it was, who this ugly dude think he is? By Wednesday it was, ooh, Mr. Mike, come by my door. Ooh, Mr. Mike. Oh, I'm gonna beat her tail. You don't talk to Mr. Mike like that. Mr. Mike, bro, young girls are impressionable. They will make move. Even if he don't do anything wrong, they will do something. There's a reason they tell men not to work in the female prison. And they're both adults. You think it'll be better with a person who has less knowledge and less inhibitions because they think nothing can happen to them? You don't put children in that position. Simple and plain. Simple and plain. None of y'all is gonna let your friend spend the night, and you're gonna put your 12-year-old daughter in the room with their 13-year-old son to sleep at night. You're not. Because common sense. You do not put kids in that position. Simple and plain. And if you put them with an adult, it's the same thing. He is not at the place or at the age where they look at him as, ew, that's Mr. So-and-so. He's at the age where they look at him as, oh, I could pull that. He's still at that age. He's in his early 20s. They think they got a shot. You cannot. Girls will show, you know what? I ain't gonna incriminate myself. I'm telling you, it's a bad move. Don't do it. Simple and plain. I'm done talking.
So before we move on to the next story, Michelle does bring up a point. The girls would be 18 and older to go to cosmetology school. So all your little trickery, trying to be like, oh yeah, they got to be this and that. No. There's rules, there's laws, there's policies to protect you against these type of things. But yeah, I really don't see what the defense is here. It just doesn't look good. It doesn't. So you and Cliff and MD, y'all can spin it any way you want. It's fine because that's what we do. It just doesn't look good. It does not look good. And this is me totally not looking at it as a dad. I'm just looking at it like, hey, it just does not look good. Now, when I put on my dad hat and now it's like, no, we're gonna roll on this fool. You know, it's like that type of stuff. So it just doesn't look good. But let's get to the main event. I can't do both of them just because we're running out of time. But the topic of tonight's show is value added. Shout out to those of you watching in the chat. I know we get some eyeballs over there over on Twitter, trying to get our Twitter presence up, because on Twitter you do and say whatever you want to say. So ain't no restrictions over there. So
and God bless them for it.
yeah, I know. And I think I am done with Facebook, just because, you know, they told me the channel was back up, and now I keep trying to get it hooked up to Facebook, and they're telling me I can't do it and blah blah blah. So it's too much headache to be over there. So it is what it is. So let's get into this last story. And we do have Tate Fist Politics tomorrow. And there is no Wrestling with Reality this Wednesday, but there will be a 5 count tonight. And we have a debate this Thursday. Actually, we got a debate the next 4 Thursdays. So those guys like kind of called me a bunch, and I was like, all right, we'll just do it the next 4 Thursdays, knock those out. So let's get into this next story. And this is one Mike sent me, and I thought this was really real interesting. Let me know when you see it.
Yep.
It's the woman's role in a relationship.
Women give in non-tangible ways. We give in energy. When you are with a high value woman, you will not dictate if she's high value, but what she's doing for you. You will dictate if she's high value, but the way she makes you feel. So what women bring to the table, most of the time, all of the time, the feminine energy itself is not something that is tangible. It's not something that you can see. It's something that you can feel on an energetic level. And what is a woman's role in a man's life is how good are you able to make this man feel? How respected are you able to make him feel? How confident you're able to make him feel? How much status you would give him? Like, is he proud to walk with you on the street and say, hey, that's my woman? So I believe if you are a woman who is able to give that to a man's life, you nailed it.
All right. The name of the show tonight is Value Added, because she's literally talking about adding value to a man's life. Ricardo says, oh, this is rich. Let's have everybody's take on this. So when Mike sent it to me, I made sure and saved it and bumped it up to the top of the list, because I wanted to hear everybody talk about it. I really wish Wayne was here to discuss this. But Kev, what's your thoughts on what you just heard here?
What's the percentage of someone adding value? A woman specifically? 2%? So now I'm kidding.
Damn, what happened there? Did Wayne just pop? Whoa! What?
That was
He got extra base and all.
But okay, I want to give Mike some time to speak, but I agree.
No, rock on.
Yeah, I agree to a certain point. Although I feel like a man just has to be dope himself and already be developed and already consistently like working on himself. But I do agree with the fact that a woman does give energy, because at the end of the day, they are the helpmate, and it doesn't really matter like how much success she has. Like, let's say she has a lot of money, you know, the guy just has to be dope in whatever it is that he's dope at. Because and of course the woman's gonna vary, because she's gonna have like her own different criteria on what she likes, you know, like a hood dude or a guy who's nerdy or a guy who like wants to try new things a lot or stay at home a lot, etc., etc. But yes, I do agree with the whole giving energy, because I mean I know, you know, being a guy myself, like when a woman, you know, like touches my arm or touches my chest and be like, ooh, you got muscles, I'd be like, hell yeah. Or you know how you like you know what I'm saying, you from the back, and then she's like, oh, and you're like, oh, you turning up in there, you know what I'm saying? It's that positive energy. So I agree with her. Also, it just makes you feel like a man, because at the end of the day, you know, we're designed to like protect and provide, and the fact that someone gives you like purpose, you know, giving kids and stuff like that, giving kids family, and making you feel like even doper. I think that's the best. I think that's the best feeling in the world. But okay, I'm gonna let you go.
So, Ricardo, I put the link in the chat because you got a lot to say about this. Before, because Mike, this was Mike's thing, so I want to give him time to ride out on this. But let me ask you, what? So when you specifically when you get a woman, like, what are you getting her for outside of the obvious, which is sex?
Talking to me?
Yeah.
What I'm getting her for? For support, but right now I don't really have a reason. I would say me. Okay, so me personally, I don't really have a reason right now because I'm still working on myself. But in the future, of course, it's going to be for family and for support. Especially being that it's bringing in 2 incomes in the house, so it's going to be easier to, build up a house, build up land, support wise, as in like doing the things that I can't do, while I'm being busy, like working and pursuing other things. So it's pretty much it. So for support and just the family.
So will you say that she'll add well, you said earlier that you think that a man should be already, he should already be bossed up pretty much before the woman, correct?
No, I said bossed up or continuously working on themselves.
So you
because
don't
a woman will one sec. A woman will, date a guy who, you would quote unquote call a loser, but in her eyes, it's a guy who's working hard on himself, working to get in the position that he wants to be. And, she'll take him for what it is, as long as, he's not, bumming it around.
So would you buy a house that had minor work needed, but you saw the potential in it, like where you're like, oh man, I could make this, with a little screw here, a little bolt there, I could make this into my dream home. Would you buy that?
If the foundation is good, if the foundation isn't, then no.
He's trying to make it hard for me. So if a woman,
Pause. No Diddy.
Yeah, no. So if women, so you don't think women view some men like that? Because hey, a lot of them now bringing money to the table. They got the money. They got the money. They got the education. They got all of that. But you don't think they bring? They're like, look, man, I see what this person could be, and I'm going to help him elevate to that level. You don't think that they're just for having babies and stuff like that?
Well, I said they support you, right? Like for example, the what do you call it? Aspiring artist. Like maybe he's trying to be like a hip hop artist or whatever. But yeah, if bums can, they're not bums. Let me not say that. If dudes who don't have a lot going on for them can have a girlfriend, have a marriage, and have a wife, etc., etc. If they can do that, then I don't see why anyone else can't do it. Go ahead. I feel like you have a question.
Go ahead, Mike. I'm gonna come back to Kevin.
I think the reason we have these arguments that we have, these debates, these problems between men and women, is because we're not more specific. I think everything she said is fantastic in a good, supportive woman. There's just not a lot of them around. But if you find a woman that is loyal, that is willing to give you the sex and have it with you that she knows you want and need, is supportive, ride or die for you, then that's all I need from her. I'm not even gonna cap. I believe I'm more of a 65-35 type of guy, 70-30. I know women have more things they need to do or whatever. I'm not a 50-50 guy for one reason, because how can I say that? Because I know what comes with 50-50. 50-50 brings attitude, 50-50 brings disrespect, 50-50 Brink. So I just don't even prescribe to it in my own mind. But if a woman is giving me all those things she mentioned, I'll go through a wall for her. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we need. That's why I think we need to be more specific. Like regular, degular, modern women, I don't want to hear none of that from. But a woman like, the woman that I always say I hold high above all other women that's married, that you saw at the reunion, Trevor?
Mm-hmm.
Right. If she gave me that, I wouldn't even be on the podcast no more. I'll be calling you like, yeah, bruh, she just made me some, I didn't even know they made lemonade pie. How they make lemonade pie? I don't even know how they do it, but she did it. I'm going to go ahead and holler at you. But bruh, I would be done. I don't even like being outside. I'd be outside every day if that's what she wanted. Women think men are so hard and so difficult to understand. We're not. Find out what we want, give it to us. That's it. We don't change up every week. If a man liked a good steak at 22, 9 times out of 9, he don't like a good steak when he's 35. We easy peasy. If a man like you to bust it open when he show up at the house at 22, you bust it open at 45, you be like, hey, okay, it's still a little tight, but that's mine. That's mine, though. That's mine. You know what I'm saying? Yo. And look, and he laughing because he know I'm right. Mike is right. I'm telling you, it's the quality of women that's the yo. If I got a good woman that is good, supportive, and does all those things, I'm shooting up. I ain't gonna say that, but I'm doing whatever I can as a man. Women say they want to see a man, they want to see consistency. What they don't understand is they're not consistent themselves. They never have been. They change up on a dime, on a feeling. Oh, this room is perfect. Oh, I can't stand this room. They don't understand that. That's why I tell people all the time, the man, and it's going to sound misogynistic, but it's not. The man must be happy first. You must make your man happy first, because if you give your man that energy to ride with you, he can now maneuver, dip, dive with all your emotional, your twisted, oh, on Monday, I hate the color blue. On Tuesday, I need a blue A-line dress. What the hell does A-line mean? I don't know, but I love you, so I'm going to learn what it means. Why? Why? Because I'm happy. If I'm happy and I feel good and you are a cog in that, I will do whatever for you. Ladies, please listen to what she said. Be a good moral person and bring that stuff and drop it like it's hot when he comes home or the kids are in bed or whatever. You will have a happy man that ain't even thinking about cheating. I promise you. And if he is, then that dude was a piece of garbage in the first place. Because you give a man what he wants, he ain't looking nowhere else. A real one, he ain't looking nowhere else. Men know what we got at the house, especially if we got a good one. We know what we got. We just want that good one to stay good.
Let me ask you a question. Let's both of you guys. Before I read Lem B's comments. So
I didn't even see the comments.
So we're looking, and I agree with everything Mike said, but is it that we're looking for, because we like to call women gold diggers and things like that, because what we see they have presented themselves, the vocal minority, because not all women are like that. They aren't. So I'm not even going to put that jacket on them. Is it that we're looking for that, we want the 10, when maybe a 7, a 6 or a 7 may be that perfect person? Because if we don't want the 6 or 7, we want the unattainable 10, and then we get upset when they give you everything, that the energy that a 10 brings. Let me put it this way. So you did a top 10 a couple of weeks ago, and you brought up girlfriends. I can't wait until, I keep putting it in the atmosphere, pour your heart out to parallel girlfriends versus sisters. But I remember one episode in particular where Joan's boyfriend said that she was a solid 5.
Oh,
and
yeah.
she just took that as like with the utmost disrespect, because in her mind, she's the best looking thing in the world, when truth be told, at that time she wasn't. Now, as she's gotten older, yeah, but then no. Is it that we and he was okay with her being a 5 because of everything else?
Are you saying we as in men or as in people?
No, we as men. I'm talking about men right now.
Then you've already answered your question by the scenario. because it's women that look for 10s, not men. Men don't look. You know who look? You know
Yo,
what
what's
kind
the
of men
question?
look for 10s? You know what kind of men look for 10s? Hoes.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah,
I
because
know.
yeah,
I'm Mike.
yeah.
Hoes look for 10s because they want to smash something and see if they can pull it. Everyone has ever talked to me about relationships. I have a saying I've always said. I don't want a dime. Dimes are too much problems. Give me a B minus, that's a freak, and I'm good. And every real man feels the exact same way.
It's so funny. It's right because when you look at so you can have like the baddest wife in the world, whatever, baddest woman in the world, and then you look at what the woman looks like that the guy cheated on her with is normally some subpar hood rat. Where you're like, huh?
But
Like
she tapped into that man's wants, needs,
exactly.
feeling. Hey, I'll put it to you like this. Halle Berry was once the finest woman on the planet,
I
right?
was just about to bring her up, man. Damn.
I'm not just gonna bring her up. J-Lo was once the finest woman on the planet, right? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Who else? What's that? The chick you think is fine from Friday that I don't think is fine? Felicia's
Ooh.
sister.
Wait, whose sister?
Felicia's sister from Friday. The one
Oh,
night
Nia
she met him.
Long.
Yeah,
No idea.
everybody. Nia Long was once the finest woman on the planet. So now all these women that were the most gorgeous woman on the planet, every guy wanted to smash. All of them been cheated on and left.
Especially Halle Berry, multiple times.
Halle Berry been on like 15 dudes. Dave, Justin, white men, black men, Asian men, everybody. That all these super bad women have been smashed and left because they're conquests. They're not good women, but they think they're good women.
I almost said a name, but I wasn't gonna say it. I don't want to be mean. But they say Halle Berry was a starfish, but that's just what they say.
Wow.
But that was the running gag going around. But Lim B says, yeah, I get some of these comments. Lim B says there was video that the moderator said that men face enough in the world and just want to be able to let our guards down at home, to be open with our ladies. We don't want to always be on guard. See, Lim B, I agree with that. Wayne will push back with you on that, but he's not up here to
what Wayne pushes back on is that this is why I said the first thing I said was we have to be specific about what we're talking about. Modern women, you can't be open with. These new women, they want you to be traditional while they're not. So if you come in going, damn baby, today was hard. Ugh, salt fat. Best example. I was talking to a dude, and he was talking to this girl. And he was like, yeah, man, I used to be a sucker. And she was like, what do you mean? And he says, yeah, I used to be a sweet, nice guy. And started naming off all these things. And she was like, yeah, that's what I want. And he said, no, it's not. And she's like, what do you mean? She's like, that's just what women say. Women say they want a nice guy who's going to bring them flowers, who's going to call them and say good morning, who's going to do this. But guess what? The second you start doing all that, you's a bitch. Who this soft ass dude calling me? Every day he calling me. They got videos on YouTube where they go like this. They wake up. Hello, my queen. Oh, anyway, wake back up. Bitch, what you doing? Hey, daddy. Because that's everyone. What was the number 5 on my second top 10 list? Hashtag women just be talking.
Nah.
You cannot listen. You cannot. Every real man in this world knows when it comes to what women say they want, you listen with a grain of sand. I mean, a grain of rice to say whatever it is. You hear what they say, you smile, you put the thumbs up, and then you do what you gotta do. It's like when they go, ain't nobody hungry, go get your little funky food. When you leave, you know you buy an extra meal wherever you go, and you put it in the bag, and you show up, and then you start eating your food, and when you come by like, I didn't know the fries was gonna be that crispy today. You just pull that extra bag out and she'll shut up and go sit in her corner because she know daddy know who he talking to. You don't listen to them. That's what Wayne would say. That's what the only difference is the type of women we're after, like the young lady I was talking about who we're not gonna say her name. She would go, yes, daddy, I'm hungry. Could you bring me something to eat, please? That's the difference. These new women, I'm independent. You don't know what I want. You're right, baby. You don't know what I. Matter of fact, have you seen the new thing that men do now? Have you seen the thing what men do now? They get in the car with a woman and they go like this, baby. You're not even gonna guess where I was gonna take you today. And then she goes, ooh, were you gonna take me here to go eat? And he goes, how did you guess? Because you gotta get them to guess the foolishness out of their own head, because they'll never tell you. If you ask a woman, she goes, well, where do you want to eat? I want to go to Chick-fil-A. I'm tired of Chick-fil-A. We had that already last. Bro, they just be talking. Don't listen. Go do what you need to do. I'm gonna shut up. I've been talking too long. Go ahead.
All right, Kev, hold up before you go. Let me read some of these comments. Boy, it's a lot. Hey, listen. So what we gonna do? He don't want to do it, but we're gonna do it anyway. Mike's gonna send me this logo, and we're gonna add it as a perk to the for the channel members. So I don't think you guys realize, but you have the access to special emojis where you could put up special emojis because you're channel members. I'm gonna put Mike's thing in there, so whenever y'all think he's right, because I see about 6 Mike is right. Mike is right in the chat. I mean, man,
I can't even see the chat.
He greasing y'all palm like a son of a bitch today. Well, I don't know what's going on.
Not with my salary.
But yeah, I'm gonna put his logo in there. So like Keela, if you look in the chat right now, Keela threw up the Straight Talk Society logo. Everybody has access to do that if you're a channel member, but I'm gonna drop Mike's own in there once he sends me the one he wants. Quagmire taught us that women just be talking. Shout out to Moon Goddess in the building. So I agree with Johnny Bravo. I want to get back to Lim B's comment. Johnny Bravo says, stroke my ego, and I got it from there. So this is real funny. Y'all know last week, the people that's close to me, like Mike and them, they know like personal stuff that goes on. But I had a little issue at home, homeowner's problem. I had to leave work and come home and take care of a problem at home. And when I fixed it, I just walked out and I just did the acknowledge me pose and wifey was right there to just be like, oh my goodness, you the man. That's why I'm not one of those chicks that say I don't need a man. And because something happened that I couldn't fix the right way, I had to go buy a saw. I had to improvise. I had to go on, and I had a debate that night on top of it. So I had to hurry up and try to get it done because I didn't want to cancel the debate. I had to do all of that, ended up getting it fixed. And wifey just came out and she just looked and she was just like, man, hey, she said, you'll never hear me be the chick that say that I don't need a man. But Kev, you got this thing right here. I went to wish one of my Facebook friends happy birthday today. This is the fun. This shit is crazy, and I'm not making it up. I went to wish one of my female Facebook friends a happy birthday today, and they do like the pre-filled text and stuff. So it'll be like, and where they'll add the balloons and they'll add all of that. So I didn't want to do that. So I no, Eddie, you can't have Keela. No. I went to tell this sister happy birthday, and they give you gift options, like GIF options. And you know what the first option was a gift that says I'm independent Black woman. That's what Facebook suggested to me for a young lady that I was telling happy birthday. So it's like literally just being driven in our heads like with a screwdriver. But I just wanted to sidebar on that. Kev, what you got?
I don't know. I can't really go deep because
that's what he said.
Mike be saying like 30 topics in like 2 paragraphs, and I don't even know what we was talking about to begin with. But
bro,
he did mention
the least I talked all day, all shows,
all day,
all shows, but all day too.
You did a great job. But yeah, he mentioned 50-50, and that he could not do it. I think a lot of guys are surface level and they're hypocritical and lying, of course, because they do say
50-50?
Say that again.
How am I a hypocrite for not doing 50-50?
Well, because you don't mean it. You don't really mean it. And a lot of other guys really don't mean it. And that's the issue. that's the issue. I'll address it one sec. And that's the issue with a lot of people in relationships. They just say things and they do things that they don't mean, and that's where a lot of anger comes out, right? So you said, okay, you just be supportive and I'll take care of all the bills. But if you
I
were in a
never said
scenario
that,
where
sir.
That's not
I
what he
never
said.
said that. I
okay,
never
what do you
said
mean?
that.
What did you mean?
What
You said
mean
you'll
what
take care of everything.
Sir, how are you making these grand sweeping gestures about me, but you don't know what I said?
That's what you said. Anyways,
No,
You
it's
didn't
not.
say that, Kev.
I
you said
never
you'll take
said
care of
that.
everything if he takes care of your needs.
No,
Is
that's
that
not what
you
he
said?
said. That's not what he
Oh,
said. He's no,
man,
No,
that's not
bro,
what he
that's
said.
your boy. That's your boy.
anyways, that is what guys tend to do. They tend to want to take care of everything, and then they end up in situations where like they lose their most income making job, or they run out of options. And then when it comes to their women, having a secret stash of money in case things go bad, they want to feel awful that the woman didn't chip in. But you set the parameters to be that way, right? You set the relationship to be in a situation where she is going to take care, or sorry, she is going to depend on you, and you take care of everything despite having issues. And then you also mentioned something about Halle Berry and you said one sec.
Something wrong with your boy.
So Kev, we were talking about, he was saying how bad Halle Berry is, but she still ends up getting cheated on by everybody.
Because looks ain't what it's about.
Because men at the end of the day, men are gonna go back to like comfort and who makes them feel like a man.
Sure, but at the same time,
and who's screwing their brains out like a hooker. So I mean, bottom line.
right. Yeah. Yeah, I would agree with that. But you
see, he wanted to say I was wrong until he thought about it.
Hey Mike, if you look, if you Steve, the what you're looking at is you probably got to use your EXO account, because that's where you're a member on, and then you'll have the emojis are down there, because Moon God is just throwing up all the emojis now.
Jealous.
Yeah, but I got all the custom emojis. But so Kev, you don't think, all right, let me see how men hate sex and a freak says no man ever. Oh, okay, yeah. So, yeah, men hate sex says no man says, and a freak says no man ever. Yeah, correct. Bro, it's simple. Men are the easiest people in the world to please. Like Mike, you see the video Mike shared with us over the weekend, and I wanted to trade places with him because I just thought that was the most chill thing in the world, and that would have just had me just posted up in dreamland. Like, I mean, literally, regardless what that fruit booty the Dineva person says, that men don't want to, men that play PlayStation are something weird about them. Boy, there's some times where I literally want to wake up on a Saturday morning and just play a whole season of Madden and just leave me alone. It's like literally, bro, like we are so easy to please. It's not even funny. We're so easy to please.
And I'd be happy, but they won't let me kidnap Moon Goddess. So I'm just gonna kidnap her for a good weekend, bring her back home when I'm done. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna hit some Ruth Chris. You know what I'm saying? Then I was gonna treat her like she was a steak. You know what I'm saying?
Ruth Chris on the first date? Oh my goodness.
Sir, I'm not dating Moon Goddess. If I got Moon Goddess, ain't no dating. That's just me.
Don't let don't
You're right. You're
don't
right.
let the
My
Black
bad.
Lion hear you say that.
My bad. You're right. I forgot.
Don't let them.
I let it. I set it free. And if it comes back to me, it was meant to be. If not, then I got to move on and be an adult. That's my fault. I'm sorry. My bad, Moon Goddess. I apologize.
Hey, Keela, when you get a chance, go check out the post that me and you were tagged in. I don't think we insinuated anything of the sort, but I guess whatever.
Yo, Tequila with the comment of the night.
Yeah, let that man de-stress on his PS5, not the Xbox.
Not the Xbox.
So let's go and give our closeouts because we 1 minute before 8 o'clock, and I said I had you out by 8. I'm trying. We're getting better. We had some stories that we didn't want that I wanted to get to. We'll get to them next time. I got a whole bushel of stories, man. Between Ricardo and Mike, they keep me loaded with stuff that we're going to talk about. In addition to whatever my cousin Kevin sends me, because he sends me a bunch of stuff that I had to weed through and things like that. So they all play a major role in what we're gonna discuss. But Kev, go and get your close out, man. I'm very disappointed in you tonight, Kev. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Who do you, my dad?
Nah, I'm not. Nah, I'm your big brother, but you really disappointed me tonight, man. With the top tier trolling and
trolling. These are opinions from a man who's spiritually awoken and who is above the what do you call it? I don't even know how I can say it, but beyond the rhyme and reasons of what regular people think about. But yeah, I mean, it was fun. It was funny. I like the look on you guys' face. I wish I had more time because Mike mentioned that men are simple and men are simple and easy to please, but at the same time, yes, they are, but they don't really communicate as well, and then that's where a lot of issues come as well, or come into relationships.
That's sexist, sir.
That was not, but
it is. There's 3 men on this show right now that communicate very well.
And who said men don't communicate well?
I did.
No, I'm saying who said that? Who's the person? What gender says that?
I would say men and women.
No, you would not say men and women. You say women.
Because men will hurt and they won't even say anything. So they'll hurt in silence like that.
That's not because we can't communicate, Kevin.
You use it against us when we do.
Thank you.
You use it to cripple us. Use it as a point of weakness.
In the fight. That's why your daddy didn't love you. What?
Sheesh.
That's what we in public.
It's a convo for another day.
What?
It's a convo for another day. I don't want to hold you guys up, but yeah, fun podcast. Beard looking good, even yours, Mike. Chat. Y'all was funny. Cliff was killing y'all. Cliff was definitely killing y'all.
Eddie, yes, I do want to. It's gonna be in June though. I can't even explain to you what's going on at work right now. I just can't. It's crazy. But I definitely do. It's just gonna be in June. Yeah, my bad, Kev. Go finish your closeout so we can get out of here. Raw just started.
Hey, Shaka. See ya.
I'm gonna punch.
All right, Kev. Hey, Kev. Bye. Oh, he left already. All right, Mike. Go give you closeout.
He doing that to try to take me out. Anyway, and bump you, Shaka. Anyway, I'd like to apologize. Mature Mike was here about 50%. Wasn't as mature. I'm working on. I'm trying to get it to at least a 90% mature Mike. I don't want your secondary high, woman. Back to what I was saying. I gotta stop. Hey, shout out to the nice person that took me to Aquatica this Saturday. Your boy was tired all day today, body sore, body weary, but I felt fantastic. Hopefully it could be a weekly thing. I can get the crew up here. We can go blobbling in the rapids. It'd be awesome. You're right. Mike be talking the truth because Mike is right. You have a good day.
All right, Mike. All right, Straight Talk Society. There you have it. Another fantastic episode of, I almost said Monday Night Raw, Man Talk Monday. Oh, man, it's always good, man, to have the crew back, man. Wayne is real busy, man. It is what it is with Wayne. He's always in between things, so he pops in when he can. I think he was doing some traveling around this time also. So anyway, we're about to get out of here. Don't forget to tune in to Tape Fist Politics tomorrow night. There is no Wrestling with Reality this Wednesday, but we do have a debate on Thursday. I think this is a debate I haven't heard online. Well, on this channel is going to be Peter Cox taking on Jackie McCall. So that should be fun. Peace to you, Eddie. That should be a lot of fun. Yeah, hey, thinking black guy, appreciate that, man. Straight Talk Society for life. And that's the reason why that's why I try not to let these people bother me too much. It is annoying a lot of times though, especially with the current thing that's going on. It's not necessarily so much to me, is that all this ridiculousness is pointed towards Keela. That's what really bothers me, because they're literally taking a devastating situation and trying to, trying to vilify it. That's gross to me. It's absolutely gross, but that's how people are, man. That's how people are online. I say YouTube is a horrendous, terrible place full of a bunch of just ingrates, and it is what it is. So there you have it. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks for another episode of Man Talk Monday. I thought it was gonna slow down at work to where we could go back to doing the shows weekly, but it's not. It's just not. I just can't do it. There's no way I'm able to get out of what we're doing at work right now. So we're gonna continue to bring the shows on a bi-weekly basis. But I think that's better, man, because makes you guys miss us more, and then you come back strong like you did tonight. So I see Lil Mama coming in here because that's her way of telling me it's time to go. I have ran my mouth enough. Tune in to 5 Count later on tonight. That is my 5 takeaways from Monday Night Raw. So tune into that. That will be up about 11:15, 11:30. So check that out. Those of you watching new to the channel, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. With all that being said, I leave you with these words. Always seek out the truth for yourself, because if not, you'll fall victim to other people's interpretations of them. Hey, and to that person, if you want to come on this channel and just air it out, then you do that. You need to come on to a channel where there's nobody against you. I'll let you have your piece. You clear things up, because it could just be a big misunderstanding, but it needs to be cleared up. I will give you the opportunity to come on here and clear it up, and then we keep it moving. If not, then we'll keep it moving regardless. Nevertheless, that's just how we do it, because I don't need the drama. I don't need the YouTube beef. It's not for me. I make money in real life. So to everybody, see you on the other side. Peace. Uh-oh. Can't find my video.
Why are you so aggressive, black man? I'm like, it's a no-win.
Always aggressive black man.
What's up, man?
Wayne.
Mike.
Oh, okay. Hey man, cut the sexiness out, man. Ain't no women on the panel. Man, we on here talking all sexy.
He just goes on. He just went off on you like that just for no reason.
Yeah, man.